All right, we live, 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 we live, we. I don't know why I always start off like that. I know I don't need to. But today, boys and girls, I know I keep saying I'm gonna get some lighting. Hey, Jay, Doctor, hey y'all. Today we're gonna be talking about boosting your self-confidence by using Akashic Records. This is part of my series on self-realization. If you don't know, my name is, oh wait, let me turn this around because I done forgot that this thing is backwards. Hold on, there we go. Okay, that's better. Self-realization. This is my series on self-realization. I'll be going live every Friday. That's the plan anyway. To go live every Friday and give y'all a little snippet of the stages in the process of self-realization. Self-realization leads you to you fully understanding why you are here. What are you here to do? It leads you to you possibly quitting your job so that you can really stand in your full authority of your I am. Okay? So, but today, the part that I'm going to be talking about of self-realization got to do with accessing your Akashic Records. This is going to be real juicy, okay? Akashic Records. How many of y'all have heard that word before? Most of the people that follow me are part of the spiritual community, the woo-woo community. In case you out in the hallway and you just happen to be scrolling past, let me know if you ever heard of Akashic Records before. Somebody just followed me. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm not sure if y'all know what that is, but I'm going to explain it a little bit. But before I break down how self-realization leads to confidence through accessing Akashic Records, okay, I need to make sure that you understand that what I'm about to show you is part of a way bigger picture. So let me erase this. Let me just erase this real quick, okay? And by the way, like I said, this is part of a series, right? So last week, I did a class on self-realization. I did a class on the first step, which is about being open-minded and how you attract your adversaries and stuff like that. Now, even though TikTok will take the live down, I still download it and I put it in my Patreon group, okay? So if you did want to see that whole video, just ask me about my Patreon group, shoot me a DM, just say the word Patreon in my DM, and I'll tell you how to access that, okay? So, self-realization. I teach a course called Self-Realization of a Goddess, and I break it into mainly 4 parts, okay? The first part is fall. And in the fall, you go through 3 months in the fall, right? So you got 1, 2, 3. And I do every part like that. So the next part is winter, 1, 2, 3. Fall, winter, spring, summer. You get it, right? And I'm talking about my course, Self-Realization of a Goddess. The whole course is broken down into these stages and steps. But today, the class that I'm getting ready to share with you today about accessing Akashic Records via your name, it's a bonus class. It's a bonus class. Now, you ain't fit to get the whole thing, right? I'm going to give you a piece of it today. But it's a bonus class that is about how accessing your Akashic Records will help you be more confident. It is, like I said earlier, it is what leads you to you having the confidence to quit your job, having the confidence to speak. Let's talk about that for a minute, right? Because I've been getting a lot of women, or I've been talking more on my page about like how I help women get paid to speak, get booked to speak. But so many women say that that's what they want to do, and I know I got a story to tell, and I know that I have transformed my life, and I want to help others. And then they get to telling me how they scared. How they scared to speak. You want to access your Akashic records because that's going to help you gain the confidence by you really knowing what you need to heal. Okay, so let me erase this. Because I do realize that I could be talking over a couple of people's heads. I want y'all to know why is it really important to pay attention to what we call Akashic records. Now, I know that word is thrown around a lot, especially in the spiritual community. It's a lot of woo-woo around it. I'm getting ready to tell you how I interpret them. And I do it through names, okay? I was just checking to see if anybody was seeing anything. Okay, y'all. So I do it. I interpret Akashic records through names. That is my spiritual gift, to be able to read the esoteric meaning of letters, words, symbols. Letters, words, symbols. I call myself a word magician. So, like I said, in the Self-Realization of a Goddess course is all those steps, but the bonus step is about Akashic records. So let's look at the word Akashic. Let's look at the word Akashic. And some of y'all are going to be like, oh, that she's making that up, and that's only in the English language you could do that, and blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to tell you that the way this stuff all fit together, it ain't no coincidence, that it lines up. Whether I'm making it up or not, it's going to make sense. Okay? So the reason why you want to access your Akashic records is because that is where the cash is. Somebody show me where the cash at. Who said that? Lil Wayne? I forgot what he said. Something about, don't be surprised if she asks where the cash at. Okay, yeah. So, my memory was determined to find, like, who said that? Akashic Records has the word cash in it. It says I see. It says I see cash. It says I see cash. It's telling you that's where the real money is. Money is not those pieces of paper that you got in your pocket. Well, I hope you got some in your pocket or your pocketbook or the numbers that you see in a bank account. That's not money. Money is here. Money is here. It's inside of you, right? So, accessing Akashic records really is talking about a bank. Akashic records, if you was to go, if you was just to go Google what is Akashic records, they would tell you that it's a memory bank. They would tell you basically that it's a memory bank that encompasses all the memories that ever happened and ever will happen in the divine universe. Well, that is inside of you, right? The memory bank is inside of you. But the reason why I know that this is confirming that it's a memory bank, the word cash that's in it is confirming that, yeah, it's in some kind of bank. It's definitely in a bank because that's where cash is. Well, the bank is inside of you. It's inside of your memory. It's deep hidden inside of the center of your cells. That's where all genetic memory is. And all genetic memory is stories that's passed down from one generation to the next generation to the next generation, all the way back to who knows what. If you want to say Adam, Eve, whatever you can call them, whatever names you want to call them, all I know is that the memory is in the center of your cells. Anybody ever seen the movie Lucy? If you ever seen the movie Lucy, I don't know, put your hand up in the comments if you ever seen the movie Lucy. If you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. You need to go see it. Thank y'all for the hearts and the love. Thank you, Exquisite Culture. She said yes. So in the movie Lucy, she accessed the entire Akashic records. Go watch the movie Lucy. She went all the way back to nothing. Akashic records go all the way back to nothing, because that is the beginning. The everything is the nothing. So she went all the way back to nothing. Okay? But we talking about you. Let's talk about you, your personal Akashic record bank. Your personal Akashic record bank. That is what's going to give you the confidence to make crazy decisions in your life. Well, people going to be looking at you like, you did what? Like for me, I quit the post office. I was at the post office for 22 years. I was a sales rep for the post office. So, and I've been there for 22 years. That means I was making pretty decent money, right? Anybody who got a government job, you already know. And then when I started going through my spiritual awakening and realizing my I am and my assignment, and I started having dreams and being shown things, and I was accessing my Akashic records. I didn't ask. I didn't say, hey, can I access my Akashic records? I just started praying and asking to show me me. Show me me. Show me my divine assignment. Show me why I'm here. And I started having dreams. But anyway, that's enough about me. Let's talk about how you can do this. You can do it through your name. Like I said, there's a lot of readers that read Akashic records. I can only tell you how I do it. And I've been doing it for 10 years. And it's through names. Let me show you. Where's my eraser? Oh no. I don't know what I did with it. Okay. Let's do it this way then. I'm going to erase all this. Matter of fact, can y'all be patient with me so I can clean this off? Because this is looking a little... I don't like when it get this dirty. Okay. Well, let's take a commercial break. Let's take a commercial break while I'm cleaning this off. So I did a live last week on self-realization of a goddess. You might see some of the clips on my page. Oh, look at the eraser right here. I went live last Friday. I'll be going live every Friday. I'm always going to have the thing up there for you to register so that you can get a notification so that you don't miss it. But if you do miss it, don't you worry your little head off because I downloaded it and put it in my Patreon group. Okay? So if you are seeing the clips from the last live, that still don't look clean, but it's clean enough. If you are seeing the clips from my last live and you like, well, damn, I want to see the whole thing, DM me the word Patreon. It's paid, okay? So before you come in there and tell myself, I want to see the whole thing, it's paid, but it's only $12. It's $12 a month. You can cancel it right after you watch the daggone video if you want to, okay? I got all this stuff behind me. All right. Now, why am I using, let's talk about your name, okay? Why am I using your name to access Akashic records? Let me show you. Okay? Name. Remember, my gift is to break down words, letters, names, symbols. And I'm going to show you how it's in my name. That's how I knew, that's what made me want to quit my job, because I saw that, oh, this really is my gift. Like, anyway, let me get into this. Name. This is how you know that your name really does hold your divine purpose in it. Okay? This is going to be so easy. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe it's right there. Name has the word aim in it. Now, I know that it ain't spelled like aim, but I need you to remember that when words sound the same and when they sound similar, they are related. These are twins, okay? Words are just like relatives. They are characters and they have characteristics. These are twins. So, just because they sound different and they look different doesn't mean that they're not related. No, I meant to say just because they look different doesn't mean that they're not related. They sound the same, but they look different, right? So inside of your name, N. First of all, the word name itself has the letter N right in front of it. It's telling you that your name is really inside of you. Your name is really inside of your cells, y'all. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Your name is inside of your cells. It's not just something that people call you. It's literally inside of you. That's why it has the letter N right at the front of it. And so the rest of it is telling you that this is your aim. Okay? This is your inner aim, your inner goal. Why you came here to begin with. It's your inner aim. Now, if you still like, oh, please, girl, you just playing with words. People tell me that all the time. You just playing with words. Okay, so let's look at aim. It's the same letters as I am. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Let's do a little dance on that. Because, say what? You trying to tell me this is all a coincidence? This is a coinky-dink. That aim in name sounds like aim, and aim is also I am. I'm trying to tell you that in your name is your I am. That in your name, I see the wow. Yes, give me them wows. I like when y'all give me the wows. That's like giving the preacher the amen, pastor. That makes me stay on here longer. That makes me talk way too much, by the way, by giving me all the wows and the ohs and the ahs. No, but seriously. When people have wows, when they come to my classes and they have wows and ohs and ahs, those are self-realizations. That's why my entire course is called self-realization. Because listen, y'all, I don't give a damn how many gurus is out here, how many teachers is out here, how many goddesses and gods is out here telling y'all that they teaching y'all stuff. They not teaching y'all shit. I'm not teaching y'all shit. What I'm doing is helping you have a self-realization. I'm helping you unlock something that's already in you. I'm just helping you remember, baby. I'm just helping you remember what's already there. I cannot teach you nothing. I can only point to it and say, look at that. And then you go, oh. And then you go, wow. And then you're going to remember this for the rest of your life. That is why the way that I teach metaphysics by using word magic, like all of my classes are like this. By teaching word magic like this, it rewires your mind. You're never going to look at words the same. Ever. Right? After you watch me do it over and over and over, and I do an entire... The whole self-realization of a goddess course is like this. It's me doing this with different words over and over and over again. And that's the reason why it rewires how you think. It rewires how you see words. And you use words to create your reality. So that's the reason why it's so powerful. Anyway, let me get back on track here. So, inside of your name is your aim. Now remember, let me remind you what I said earlier about what your Akashic records are. Okay? What did I say earlier? Akashic. Let's just look at the word Akashic. What did I say earlier about the word Akashic? I said that's what somebody showed me with a cash at. No, don't be surprised if she asked with a cash at. That was Lil Wayne. That's a Lil Wayne song, by the way. Okay? I ain't that old. I know a Lil Wayne song. I'm 47, by the way. But I said that Akashic Records has the word cash in it. Right? Hold that thought. Y'all still here? Stay with me. Stay with me. Matter of fact, this probably about to blow your mind. So tag your girlfriend. Send a video to somebody and say, girl, you want to watch this. You want to see this. Don't be stingy. Okay? The Akashic Records is part of you accessing Akashic Records is by you knowing your name. Now look at the word name. We're going to move the letters around in name. We're going to spell it different. M-A-N-E. Sound it out. Remember when you was in, first grade and you was learning how to write words and spell words, and the teacher told you to sound out the words, sound out the letters. It says money. 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 Money? 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 Oh, that means that there's money in your name. Oh, shoot. You trying to tell me this is a coinky-dink. You trying to tell me this is a coincidence that the word Akashic Records got cash in it, and then the word name also has the sound or tone or vibration of the word money in it. This is why I'm trying to tell you that your name is going to help you understand your money. I'm not talking about your physical money in your pocket, y'all. I'm talking about your memory bank, your divine purpose, things that you need to heal, right? Traumas, the shadow work that you need to do. It's in your name. There's a lot of things hidden in there. If you just looked at the first letter, because it breaks down to a bunch of different symbols. And if I know somebody is asking like, well, what about this language and that language? Every language operates like this. It's because every language is really symbols, y'all. Stop thinking about language as if it belongs to a certain culture. That is an illusion. There is only one language, and it's sound and vibration. One language. One language. It appears, see, that's the thing about being in the matrix. Everything appears separated, right? We appear like we're different cultures and we're different skin tones and we're different, I don't know, we all look different. We all live in our heads are a bunch of different worlds and a bunch of different dimensions and a bunch of different realities that everybody don't live in the same reality. I'm off topic here. Everybody don't live in the same reality, y'all. Where you live at in your head, you live somewhere totally different than that person that you just walk past. They live somewhere different. We're here on earth together, but inside your mind, because nobody has the same exact story. Your story is as different as this fingerprint. It's your bank account. Your story is your bank account. Think about the word account. An account is a story. If you was to go to court and the judge was to say, can you give us an account of where you were between, I don't know, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. on such and such day? What he's asking for is the story. That is why your life story is a bank account. Your life story is a bank account. It's a memory bank account. Your job is to, this right here, this is your whole mission right here, for you to have self-realizations, for you to realize your true form, which is that I am one with the divine. I am one with everything I see. Everything is one. If you skip over that, this is why we be stressed out. I'm saying we because I'm including my damn self. It don't matter. I'm a metaphysician. I've been teaching and speaking and talking about this stuff for 10 years. I still get caught up in the 3D matrix just like everybody else. But my point of saying this is, when you understand the process of self-realization and you know who you are by knowing your name, I'm getting ready to give you an example. That keeps you a little bit calm, okay? That helps you get past the hard parts. For me as an entrepreneur, and I'm a solo entrepreneur, baby, you can't tell me that me knowing my name ain't helping me get through this stuff, because it's days I'm on the floor crying. Matter of fact, today was a rough day. Today was a rough day. People saying the economy bad. Everybody claiming they ain't got no money, even though they going on vacations and paying $1,000 to hug Chris Brown, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, do you? But what I'm saying is, if you're an entrepreneur and you felt what I just said, don't act like y'all ain't feeling me. Though, because people acting like I ain't got it, but they got it. They got it. They just not prioritizing the thing that you have to offer. Look at my cat up on top of the refrigerator. His name is Neptune, by the way. Okay, let me give y'all an example. Somebody gave me a rose. Thank you, Deanne. Thank you. Shout out to the entrepreneurs on here. How y'all doing? Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? Listen, let's talk. Are the entrepreneurs okay? Are the solo entrepreneurs okay? Because man, I'm gonna leave that topic alone. I'll save that for my next live. Next Friday, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna talk about how to get paid to speak. Self-realization can take you there when you know yourself. So if you want to make sure that you catch that live, make sure you register to all my lives. Okay, so I'm getting ready to give you an example. I'm going to start with myself. I always start with myself. I'm going to give you an example of how your name really shows you your divine purpose. Now, what I'm getting ready to show you is, this is what I'm anchored in, y'all. So when people ask me, like, how do you be having the courage to do all these things? Like I said, I quit my job. I was at the post office for 22 years. And I walked in that mofo and was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. Because I know who I am. Right? It's more to that story, but I'm telling you that a lot of it had to do with me knowing my name. Right? Me up and leaving. I'm from Philly, if you can't tell. Sometimes people can tell a Philadelphia accent. But I'm from Philly. Was living there my entire life. Never lived nowhere else. My daughter moved to Florida, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to up and move. And I know to some people that might not sound like a big deal. To me it was, because I've lived in Philly my whole entire life. Right? And I own property too. So to leave all of that behind and feel safe enough to move all the way to another state, that was a big deal to me. But it's because I anchored myself in who I am. Okay? Thank you for the follow. I see y'all following me and stuff. Tag y'all friends, because I'm about to show you how your name, I'm going to use mine for an example, right? But I'm about to show you how your name can really give you the confidence. That's why this live was really about you having the confidence of you standing in your I am, the confidence that you need to do all the great things that you want to do. That's my government name, y'all. My government name. Kamisha McDowell. Now somebody probably like, that's an Irish name over there. It don't even matter. I just told you that all the differences in our cultures and it don't matter. There's a sentence in here. There's a sentence. I'm starting with this because this is part of it. I mean, this is the beginning of it. I got a middle name too, but I'm not gonna give y'all my whole name. You'll be looking me up on the daggone internet anyway. What do it say? It's a sentence here. It is plain as day. It says to do well as an MC. Ooh, a speaker. It says that I will do well as an MC, which is a speaker. Now you probably think that like, oh, I'm reaching or whatever. Now this is where the other parts of your Akashic records come into play by you knowing your natal chart. But we're not going to get into that today because astrology is 20 layers deep. But if there are some astrology geeks on here, I'm a Jupiter in Gemini, which is my 10th house. My midheaven is in my 10th house, and my 10th house is Gemini. That means I am supposed to be a speaker. That's what Geminis do. They talk. They rule by Mercury, which is communication. That's my 10th house. That's where my MC is, what they call your midheaven. Okay, so I'm not only going by what my name says, I'm also including my natal chart. Thank you, I for knowledge. Somebody says speaker, teacher. Exactly. Thank y'all for knowing some astrology. So what I'm doing is I just backed up what it said, what my name meant by even going into my natal chart. That's part of your Akashic records. Your natal chart is another way to access Akashic records. Okay? Let's talk about my first name. Now, for this, I looked up some Hebrew words. Okay? That's what I do. When I'm breaking names down and doing Akashic record readings, I'm looking at the etymology. I'm looking at different languages. I'm looking at a multitude of things in order to pull out the esoteric meaning. But with Kamisha, first of all, Kim, well, let me write it different. The name Kim, and some of y'all might have Kim on y'all name too. And when I do name readings, I do most of the time interpret Kim like this. But the word Kim, Chem, or even Kem, right? As in Kemet. That's another thing about my name, is that it says I'm a Commission. I'm a Commission. That means that my name is reminding me that I have Egyptian. I have a connection to Egypt because I'm a Commission. And I know that I have a connection to Egypt because dreams that I've had. But anyway, the first part, that Kim part, is Kim, and Kim means black. Okay? And even in the Bible, that word means black. It means black. It means dark. It means hidden. Okay? So let's just say it means hidden. Anything that's black, dark, hidden. And then my name also has Shem in it. Shem. Guess what that means? Names. In the Bible, in Hebrew, the word Shem means names. Okay? Now I know we still got that A there, so let's leave it there. That's okay. I'm going to turn this all into a sentence. Because that is what your name is. It's a sentence that you was given in the womb. And the sentence is like your karmic lesson. You were given a sentence. Just like when you go to jail, when you go to prison, when you go to cells, when you go to a cell in a prison, you are made up of cells, correct? You're inside your body, which is a prison. Don't think that a prison is a bad thing. You under a word spell. If you automatically associate prison with something bad, it just means it's a confined space, right? So you are you were sentenced to go inside of a prison, which is inside of your cells. And the sentence is your name. It's your name and your birth date. So if I make this a whole sentence, it says that my divine purpose is to do well as a speaker about hidden names. Didn't I just do it in front of you? Names are also words. So to do well as a speaker, or to do well speaking about hidden words, that's what I do. Like full time, that's what I do. That is what I'm here to do. Let me tell y'all something else about accessing your Akashic records. It's all over, okay? Your Akashic records is you're being given hints about your Akashic records all day, every day. You live in it. Even where you work at right now. Wherever you work at right now, this minute, your job is a hint to what you are supposed to be learning in life. And it will help you access your Akashic records. Why am I saying that? Because, hold on. How long were you studying metaphysics while working at the post office? I had my awakening around 2012. That was a big year for a lot of people. 2012 was, I don't even know what the astrology was, but in 2012, that was a big year. But I had my awakening in 2012. And then I started studying metaphysics. First, I went to the Bible and religion and all that. Of course, we know that went a whole other way. But around, I have a tendency to ramble. See, Jupiter and Gemini. Can you tell? Jupiter and Gemini. She asked the question, Kamisha, answer it. 2012. So I started really getting deeply into metaphysics around 2014. I quit my job in 2018. Okay? I answered it. Yay me! Okay. Should I erase this? Because I was about to say something about the names, the sentence. I was getting ready to give y'all another example. Y'all want another example of other? I've been doing name interpretations for 10 years. Since 2014. That is when I realized my name. That my name, well, maybe 2015. I could be exaggerating a little bit. But I'm going to erase this. It was something else I wanted to say, and I can't remember. Come on, spare it. Bring it back to me, please. Bring it back to me, please. All right. I can't remember, but what I will do is look at my notes. That's what I'll do. I showed y'all a lot of stuff that's on here already. I'm gonna show y'all one more thing, and then I'm going to give you an example. But before I do that, I want to invite you to get an Akashic record reading from me. I want to invite you to get a name reading from me. If you found this all interesting and you're like, I wouldn't mind that, DM me the word Akasha, Akasha. I don't care if you misspell it, okay? But DM me the word Akasha and we'll talk about how I can help you do your name, or how I can do it for you, really. It's not free, okay? There's definitely a fee because it takes me a long time to do it. And it's a lifetime, how can I say this? It's going to make a lifetime impression on you. And I'm not only saying this because it's me, like I've been doing it for 10 years and I have a gazillion testimonials. And I'm not exaggerating. Well, maybe when I say gazillion, but I have hundreds of testimonials about the impact that getting an Akashic record name reading from me has had on their life. So if that's something that you want to do, I want you to DM me the word Akasha, okay? Now, let me give you 2 more examples. But before I do that, this is another thing that I want to say to back up. If you still don't believe me, let's look at the word character. Okay? Like I said, your name is made up of symbols, which are also called characters. And those symbols make up your character. They make up your characteristics. They make up who you are, your vibration, who you chose to be in this life. Let me tell you something. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. Let me get this out, because I was talking earlier about how even where you work at right now is part of you remembering who you are. So many things are helping you remember who you are. But let me get this out before I forget. When I said that I worked at the post office for 22 years, that was part of me. That was part of my divine assignment. Here's how I know that. Because when I first started working at the post office, I was a letter carrier. I started off as a letter carrier, and then I shifted over into sales and marketing my last 8 years at the post office. But think about what I just said. See, the universe is so sarcastic and so like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it'll manifest things in a very in a way where it's talking to you. It's very symbolic and metaphoric, the way that it's manifesting things. So me working at the post office as a letter carrier and also having the gift of being able to see the hidden meaning in words, it just confirmed again that I was a letter carrier. I'm literally a letter carrier. This is what I do. And I was told in a dream, this is what I always do. And this is what I've always done. I read symbols. So I'm not saying this to brag on me, y'all. I know I'm talking about me, but I'm talking about me for an example, because I want you to think about right now, where do you work at? Where do you work at? Or where have you worked at? The names of the streets that you live on. Your mates' names also play a role in helping you understand who you are and why you are here. Even your mate, who are you, especially your husband or your wife? Your husband or your wife is a direct, karmic lesson for you. So they are one of your teachers of your Akashic records. But let me get back to this. Character. Your name is full of characters, which are also letters, which is how we can know that your name really is representing your characteristics. Okay, I just repeated myself, and I really don't like when I do that. So I'm going to give you another example, and then we're going to get off. And then I'm going to get off here, and I hope that I get to see y'all when I do your reading for you, your name reading for you. So I'm going to give you 2 examples of 2 people's names that I did in it made perfect sense for them. Okay, one of them. This is her last name because I'm not gonna give y'all everybody's full name. Okay, but this is her last name, and this one was so simple. This one was so freaking simple. Her last name was Bowie. And you want to know what her zodiac sign was? I believe this is her rising sign. Before I tell you, if you was on here earlier, I told you that your natal chart and your name go together. If you know how to interpret both of them, you're going to be walking around, can't nobody tell you shit. Can't nobody tell you shit about you. You're going to know so much about you, it ain't even funny. But her name is Bowie, and she is a Sag. She's a Sag. You know, the Sag carries the bow. The Sag carries the bow. This is what I mean when I say the universe be playing games. Like, oh, for real, you're just going to put it right in my face like that. Yes, honey. Because you don't got no excuses why you don't know yourself because I put it right in your face. So what does that mean? That means that everything that got to do with Sagittarius, she got a lot to learn about that. Like I said, I think she's a rising or a sun. I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of her big three. And her last name is Bowie. Now this part, not only that, she lives in Ghana, y'all. She travels all the time to different countries. She works remotely in different countries. But I believe she's in Ghana right now. So again, this is the characteristics of Sagittarius, and her last name just happened to be Bowie. That's part of her. When I read her Akashic records, I didn't know that she was a Sag. When I read her Akashic records and I saw that her last name was Bowie, I told her that she needed to look in her natal chart and see where Sagittarius is, because that's what it's telling her to do. And then she told me she was a Sag. And then she told me about her background in Ghana and all of that other stuff. Okay, somebody saying Virgo. What about Virgo? Eye for knowledge. What about Virgo? Thank you, Anaya. She said I'm a great teacher. Thank you. Okay, so that was just a quick example of how your name and your natal chart go together. Go together. Okay? I'm going to give you another one, though. And also, even though I erased that, she's actually one of my students in my mentorship program. And my mentorship program is about how to get paid to speak. And one of her things that she's working on is helping women feel more free to travel. I told her that, see, I know I erased it, but once you know that this stuff is in your name and in your natal chart, you will be less afraid to really like put yourself out there as a speaker and a teacher, because what the hell, you're living in it. This cat, I wish I could I should turn this around and show y'all what this cat is doing. I don't know if y'all can hear him jumping around. He got a toy over there and he is just, you want to go outside, buddy? Neptune, let me open the door because maybe he's doing it. You want to go outside? All right, because you just acting crazy right now. Go ahead. All right. I was going to turn the camera around and show y'all, but I ain't want to have to readjust it and all that. Okay, one more. I did someone's name, and her name is, no. That was one I was going to do. I was going to do hers, but I'm not. I did Lakeisha. Is it any other Lakeishas on here? That's a very common name. I get that name all the time. Is there any Lakeishas in the building? I'm getting ready to help you out. I see somebody named Davina. That is divine. That is God, honey. Davina, divine, divinity, God. If you was questioning the whole thing, Davina, if you was questioning the whole thing about, like, am I really the manifested image of God? Yes. Because your name tells you that. You just got a quick free name interpretation. Trust me, I go way deeper though. That was just like straight off the top of my head. Lakeisha. Now let me be clear. When I do people's names, I don't do everybody's name exactly. Like y'all could have the same name and I might do it different. I'm using my intuition. I'm using my spiritual guidance from inside. I might see something totally different, especially when I'm doing your name. Even though two people might have the same name, their last names are not the same, their middle names are not the same, so it's going to make a totally different story. It could be a similar story, but it's going to make a totally different story. Now, sometimes I do birth date interpretations too, not natal charts, but number interpretations. And I'm not talking about the kind that you Google, angel numbers. No. Anyway, I know it's a lot of Lakeshas. That's the reason why I went on that whole tangent, so that you can understand that just because I break this down like that, like what I'm about to do, doesn't mean that yours is exactly this. It could be. It could be. I'm going by the sound of it, first of all. That's the first thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to listen to what is the vibration of it. And hers is lock. Now, I know somebody, I'm reading somebody's mind and somebody's saying, that's you only doing that in English. There's only one language. I'm going to keep reminding y'all that. And it is sound. It is sound, tone, and vibration. You could do this in any language. If it was in Chinese, you would listen to the sound and vibration of the Chinese language, and you would interpret it like that. If it was in German, you would listen to the sound and the tone and vibration of the German language, and you would interpret it like that. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, that sounds like lock, right? And then key sounds like key. Now you got shot on the end. Let me just hold your thought. Hold that. Let's talk about lock, key. What a coincidence that it says lock and key. Come on, somebody. I couldn't make that up if I wanted to. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. Right? So I told her that her name is telling her that she is the lock and key to the prison that she has put herself in. The mental prison that she has put herself in. This is her karmic lesson. Whatever something, and it's also possible, because when we're reading Akashic records, we're incorporating things that have happened to us over lifetimes. So it is possible that Lakeisha could have really been in a prison, a real actual prison in a past life, right? And it, in her mind, oh, come on, somebody, please help me. In her mind, she could have been in a prison in her mind, and she manifested an actual 3D experience where she really did go to jail. That happens, y'all. People that's out here getting locked up, you locked up here first. It doesn't happen. Nothing happens externally before it happens in here. But I'm off topic. Let me get back on topic. Now, here's the part that blew my mind about Lakeisha. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. Here's what blew my mind about Lakeisha, or Lock and Key. What she told me was that she had a business. Hey, thank you for the love, y'all. Thank you for the love, y'all. You know, I'm new to TikTok live, so I don't always know everything y'all putting up there. I just hear the sounds and the bells and the whistles. But thank you so much. She had a business called Lock and Key. That blew my mother freaking mind. I be blowing my own mind when I be doing these, and people be telling me, "Oh my God, that's such and such," and I be like, "Oh my God, that's crazy." But this is the reason why I said, like, I could do this. I could do the same name two different ways. It depends on what spirit is showing me. And in this situation, spirit was showing me, tell Lakeisha that she is her own Lock and Key. Lakeisha was her own Lock and Key so much that she named, before she even met me, she named her business Lock and Key. And I didn't know that. But I picked up on it energetically. Right? The sh part, if you got that SH, that sh, anybody, this is how I interpret it all the time. If you got that SH part on your name, especially if it's on the front of it, it's telling you need to learn how to be quiet. You need to learn how to listen. It literally says shh, shh. You need to to learn how to listen. You need to learn how to meditate. You need to know how to be silent. Okay? So, this all was in Lakeisha's name. Now, that's only her first name, right? After her whole name, first, middle, last name. This helped her understand what she needed to do her shadow work. Like the main thing that she really needed to focus on. She really needed to focus on her understanding her own mental prison. She needed to focus on her understanding her silence, like how important her own silence is. Okay? This all leads to you having self-realizations. Because I'm only giving you the tip of the iceberg. Even when I do people's names, I tell them all the time, what I'm about to give you is the beginning. This is the beginning of you unlocking something that's so deep in you that I could never, ever tell you more about yourself than you know about yourself. No reader, I don't give a damn what they say. No reader is going to tell you more about yourself than you already know inside of you. That's why I teach self-realization. I can only give you what's already inside of you and basically like help you remember it. I help you unlock it. I help you unlock it and break spells. All right. So I'm going to get off here. Commercial break before I end. Number one commercial break is that I'm going to take, TikTok is going to take this live down. If you just kind of went in and out, I'm going to download this whole thing and put it in my Patreon. Thank you. And put it in my Patreon. So if you want to watch the whole thing and watch the last live that I did, okay, on how being open-minded is your key to self-realization, is your first step to self-realization. Thank you. It's going to be in my Patreon, which is $12 a month. You ain't got to stay for the whole month, Craig. You can watch as many videos. There's a whole bunch of videos in there, right? It's a whole bunch of videos in there. But you can watch as much as you want to, stay for the month, and just cancel it. That's what I do all the time with apps, right? I don't know if you can do this in Patreon, but I'm going off on a tangent a little bit. But when y'all download an app and you just want to see, like, do you really like the app? When I download it, I play around with it. I cancel that shit immediately. That's how you avoid being charged. I want you to stay. Of course. Let me get my coins, right? I want you to stay, but what I'm telling you is that if you don't want to stay, if you only want to pay the $12 and you want to see this whole thing that I did and the last one that I did and all the other lives that I did on Facebook that ain't even got nothing to do with TikTok, join my Patreon. Just DM me, DM me the word Patreon. And then the other thing is, if you want the Akashic record read and a name reading, DM me the word Akasha and I'll give you the link for that too. Okay? Thank y'all for being here. Goodbye.